Dear friends, today we have William sir again with us. This topic is very interesting. The topic which has all of us into rounds and we hardly understand this yoga. It is called as Vipreet Rajyog. Sir, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Shall I get the screen, ma'am?
Yes,
It has been disabled.
no, now you can.
Okay, the first page, Vipareeta means crooked, reversed, opposite. So Vipareeta Rajyaga implies a sudden, unexpected turn of fortune of luck. This comes from the classics.
Yes.
Harsha Yoga, the ruler of the six, resides in the 8th or 12th, makes one fortunate, happy, invincible, physically strong, wealthy, famous, and afraid of sinful deeds. Another yoga, Sarala Yoga, the ruler of the 8th, resides in the either in the 6th or 12th, becomes long-lived, fearless, learned, a terror to enemies, celebrated, and prosperous. And Vimala Yoga is ruler of the 12th, resides in either the 6th or 8th, renders the person frugal, happy, independent, possessed of ennobling qualities. See, these are just general deeds. The 6th, 8th, 12th house lords, other than in their own houses, if it is in another Dusthana, this particular yoga is formed.
Right.
Okay, one second. I'll go a little further. Kalidasan is Uttra Kalamitra. Sloka 4 says if this combination involves the mutual aspect or conjunction of the 6th, 8th, 12th lords in a Dusthana, then a very powerful Raja Yoga is formed. An involvement of a benefic supposed to interfere with the intensity of the Raja Yoga. Viparita Raja Yoga gives a sudden opportunity to gain worldly power through an unfortunate and negative situation. It's fast and forceful situation and not constitutional. See, there are two differences I'll be explaining in detail. Normal Raja Yogas and Viparita Raja Yoga. Normal Raja Yogas is a person has a good married life, has good progeny, has good health. He's a CEO of a company. He has a peaceful life. His property, but he's not a phenomena. He's not a celebrity. He's just a successful, peaceful, happy-go man. That is what any Raja Yoga will give. There's a different and Viparita Raja Yoga. The result of a Viparita Raja Yoga is it gives phenomenal success. It is like you're a world top sportsman, you're a cine celebrity, you're a top politician. I'll be explaining to you all the top celebrities. Everybody, we will see, they have Raja Yogas also and also Viparita Raja Yoga. Both will be there. Okay, so, I'll just finish off the thing. Some authorities have the view that Viparita Raja Yoga, formation of 1, 5, 9 lots, having 6, 8, 12 lots do not produces yoga. The 6, 8, 12 lots must not combine with trinal lots. It interferes with the yoga. The Viparita Raja Yoga also forms by other malefic. Some modern astrologers suggest natural malefic in Dusthanas as constituting a Viparita Raja Yoga. See, analyzing various charts, I've seen Viparita Raja Yoga formed in many other ways other than the involvement of 6, 8, 12 lords in a Dusthana. I'll explain to you the rules. See, the first one, the 6, 8, 12 lords in 6, 8, 12 houses, but not in its own house, is the first rule. The 6, 8, 12 lords just being Nicha produces a yoga. The 6, 8, 12 lords having a Nicha planet, preferably a malefic, forms a yoga. Next, apart from the 6, 8, 12 lords, Badaka lord in 6, 8, 12 houses or 6, 8, 12 lords in Badaka houses forms a yoga. Badaka lord is Nicha. Then Kendradvi dosha lords in 6, 8, 12 houses are Nicha. This also forms a yoga. Then these two, okay, Tidishunya Rasi lords in 6, 8, 12 houses or having a Nicha or Rahu Kedu in Tidishunya Rasi. Then the Avayogi in 6, 8, 12 Rasi and Nicha also formulates a Viparita Raja Yoga. The 6, 8, 12 lords in 6, 8, 12 houses alone does not constitute Vipreeta Rajyoga. If these lords are in 6, 8, 12 from the bhava, it constitutes the yoga. That is 6th from its own position, or 8th from its own position, or 12th from its own position. A 6, 8, 12 lords being 6, 8, 12 from its own position also constitute a Rajyoga. People in the movie field, sportsmen, politicians seem to have this combination prominent. I'll just explain basic difference between Rajayogas and Viparita Rajayoga. See, basic Rajayoga, like Dharma Karma Yoga, Vasmati Yoga, Gajakesri Yoga, any of this gives good standard life, good family, good progeny, good health, and a peaceful life. Maximum, he will be a respectable CAO, an IAS officer. I doubt he will become a minister or maybe a minister, a very good Rajayoga. Okay, but Viparita Rajayoga, this is only basic Rajayoga. Or somebody has a only Viparita Rajayoga without basic Rajayoga. This person will have intermittent success, sudden glory. Suddenly he gets a huge money from gambling, share market, or suddenly he acts in 3-4 movies, he stops and suddenly he disappears. What is it? Sudden spurts of glory will happen in only a person having only Viparita Rajayoga. But a person who's having a basic yoga supported by Viparita Rajayoga, he hits the phenomenal of life. What do you say? You can see the top sportsmen, movie stars, politicians, business magnates who stay in glory till their death, and their fame lasts even after their death, has the basic Raja Yoga. And actually the whole chart is accentuated and increased by a Viparita Raja Yoga. The basic yoga will not give him world fame. It is only Viparita Raja Yoga fame. But the chart is sustained, and the longevity of his fame and popularity has to be sustained if some basic yogas have to be there also. This is very important to be seen. Example, a single yoga, Viparita Raja Yoga, let's say 6th Lord and the 8th Lord and the 12th, maybe where you can see the differences. A person with a disability or because of his caste gets a job. You can see many people getting a job just because no eyes, they deaf and dumb, or they say some disability, they get a job. This is actually a Viparita Raja Yoga is the cause. And one more thing, Viparita Raja Yoga, two things are there. You will have to, one is the Jiva Karaga will be affected, but the objective Karaga will be gained. Like Jupiter is the 6th Lord in the 8th house. Finance will be immense, but the children will be affected. Like say Shukra is the 6th Lord. It is in the 8th house. Okay, immense popularity, fame, enjoyment, sensuality will be gained, but married life will be destroyed. So you must understand when Viparita Raja Yoga will fulfill the objective aspects of the chart, but the Jiva Karaka, the life aspect of the chart, like Sun is for father, Moon is for mother, Shukra is for the partner, those aspects will be affected. So you must not think Viparita Raja Yoga is good for everything. It does not. A basic Raja Yoga will fulfill every needs of life, but Viparita Raja Yoga, only the material aspects alone will be good. It will affect the life Jiva Karaga of the horoscope. It's okay, ma'am. Shall I go to the example charts?
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubt?
Yes. No, sir. No doubt.
Yeah. Yes. We start with Aishwarya Rai. Just a glance at the chart. We'll see. You will not see any major yogas in the horoscope. She's a Miss World winner and a Miss India, Miss World winner, and a movie queen. You can see the horoscope, 12th Lord debilitated, 8th Lord in the 8th house, and the mutual combination aspect of Mars and Sun. You can see the Badaka Lord Jupiter debilitated. So you can see the Badaka Lord weak, 8th Lord and 12th Lord combination together. So all the bad planets have become beneficial for her. And anyway, she has her own combination also. The look she's got is because of Venus, Moon, Rahu combination. She's got the Kendra, very, very strong Kendra she has. But she's not this popular because of the basic yoga. She's popular because of the 6th, 8th, and Badaka Lord being very strong, being very beneficial to her. So I will show in many horoscopes. A basic success in life is just got by ordinary yogas. ordinary Raja Yogas, but a phenomenal, world phenomenal, somebody, a heartthrob of the world is only caused by a Vipreeta Raja Yoga.
Right.
Okay, this is our contemporary, Sushmita Sen. In fact, she won the Miss Universe and she won the Miss World. Very similar combination, though Aishwarya had the edge. You can see the same thing in a horoscope. Sixth Lord Mars in the 8th house, 8th Lord Mercury in the 12th house. One more thing I forgot to mention. Rahu Ketu adding to the 6-8-12 Badaka combination will enhance the yoga 100-fold. You can see in cine people particularly, when if 6-8-12 lords are mutual aspect, if Rahu Ketu is there together, the yoga becomes 100-fold more stronger. You can see this chart. What is it? She's a model. I miss you can see the Mars being the Deha Karaka, being in the 8th house. So our physical was the main reason for what she was famous for.
Yes.
And you can see a parivartana between Shukra and Buddha. It is the 12th Lord in the 12th from itself and debilitated. And it's not just like she's what I say. This is not only the Vipreeta Raja Yoga gave her this. She has basic charts is very strong. 10th Lord in Lagna, 5th Lord Jupiter in the 5th house, 9th Lord is exalted. So all the trinal lords are strong, but that wouldn't have given her this big success. It is only because the 8th Lord, the 12th Lord being very strong, and the 6th Lord, 6, 8, 12 Lord Vipreeta Raja Yoga has given her this phenomenal success.
So the combination of the basic yogas in our chart.
Yes, that is very important. I've seen isolated yogas when I've seen people. It is a short, like somebody comes in a movie, 4 movie, 5 movie hit, and he disappears. One election he stands, he's an MLA, he earns money, and suddenly he disappears. He goes that way. He's not sustained. You can most of the horoscope which I have 20 horoscopes with me. You will see what I say. Both the yogas are there.
Right.
I'll go to the next one, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Sanjeev Kumar. He's an Indian actor. He's a bachelor. You can see he's the Marga Lord, 7th Lord, debilitated. He's not married, very, very clear, because Moon and Rahu are combined, and Shukra is in the 8th house. Okay, the normal yogas are there, but then you see the yoga which forms. 8th Lord Sun is in the 6th house. Badaka Lord Sun, Mars is in the 6th house. So Mars, Badaka Lord and the 8th Lord in the 6th house. There is a Nicha planet in Badakasthana with Rahu and Ketu. So you can see the Badakasthana, the 6th Lord, the 8th Lord, all combined together to make a very big yoga. He does have some basic yogas. 9th Lord aspecting ascendant is good. Jupiter the 2nd, there is a good yoga. But then again, this horoscope is this big and great is because of the 6, 8 and Badaka houses being very beneficial, turned beneficial.
Right.
Shall I go to the next one?
Sir, I have one question over here.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you consider exchange of planets, like exchange of houses, like your Jupiter and Saturn? What do you consider about
this person has this. This is a basic Raja Yoga. Parivartana is one of the biggest Raja Yoga, definitely. He has this yoga, but I think in Indira Gandhi's chart you will see 3 Parivartanas and is given. And she has also a very important Vipreeta Raja Yoga alone. I think one of the biggest Raja Yogas is what is a Parivartana Yoga. Right. It must happen between an odd and even houses. Parivartana happening between 2 odd houses or 2 even houses will not constitute a yoga.
Acha.
Yeah, you can see here this is involving an odd house and even house.
Yes.
Imagine if this was happening between Aquarius and Sagittarius. It will be involving 2 odd houses.
Okay.
So the Parivartana must happen between an even house and an odd house.
But sir, Ratan Tata has between 2 even houses, Saturn and Jupiter.
In case if it's conjoined with the opposite planet, or if the disposer is on the opposite sign, it will give. Actually, there is a particular video we'll make, odd even. I thought of actually doing this first. It's called the odd even rule, Shiva Shakti principle.
Very good.
The principle is a planet owning an odd house will get activated when it is in an even sign, and a planet owning an even sign will get activated in the opposite sign.
Oh.
So only then the planet will work completely. So this rule you applied, there are some riders to it. This postum can be in the opposite sign, or if it is conjoined with the opposite sign.
We'll take
The
it in the
Parivartana
next
will come it.
session.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
we'll take it.
Yeah, this is Salman Khan's horoscope. Another still on top of the field. He's still unmarried. You can see immediately. You can see 12th Lord, 8th Lord Sun in the 12th house.
Correct.
You can see the 12th Lord Jupiter in the 6th house, and you can see the mutual aspect of the 6th, 8th Lord and 6th. This is very, very important. Just the 6th Lord and the 8th house, 8th Lord or 6th house is a mild, I could just call it not Vipreet Rajyog, it's just a Vipareeta yoga. But if there is a conjoined, an association by mutual aspect or a parivartana, then it becomes a very special yoga. Yeah, you can see it. This is very special because there is a mutual 6th, the 8th and the 12th Lord are in an axis between in the 6th and 12th houses. It's not just that. You can see Mercury, the 6th Lord, in the Badhakasthana with Kedu.
Correct.
He has, again, apart from that, you can see the Yoga Karaka for Makara Lagna being an ascendant, exalted from a planet in the Lagna Lord in the 2nd house, Moon in the 9th house, Rahu in the 5th house, all constitute a basic Raja Yogas are there. But I think he must be there for last 25 years in field, I think so. I saw his movie at 85. So, so nearly 30 years, he's still on top. He's number one still.
Yes.
So he is a very important chart where basic Raja Yogas supported with Vipareeta Raja Yogas take a person to this height and fame.
Right.
We'll move to the next one.
Yes.
This is John Travolta, a phenomenal Bollywood star.
Yes.
He's still acting. He's a singer, producer, and he's a certified pilot and owning 5 aircrafts. I love this horoscope, and especially you look at the horoscope, you'll never know at a glance 3 planets in the 8th house. You'll wonder he's 40 years he's on top of the field. You look at the horoscope, the planets in the 8th house, 12th Lord Mercury is sitting over there. Shukra is the Badhaka Lord. Surya is a bad planet for this. It is in the 8th house. Rahu by itself in the 6th is a very good yoga for this planet. So you can very, very clear and see this Jupiter. Jupiter is the 6th Lord in the 6th from itself in a Badhaka sign.
Right.
So you can he has basic yogas also. Yoga Karaka Mass in his own house. 7th Lord is exalted. Moon is in the 2nd house. Then most important, you can see this Parivartana.
Yes.
This involves negative houses. A Kendradipatya dosha Shukra in Parivartana with the 8th Lord. So this is he is mostly in an artistic field, creative field. He's a dancer, an actor. So naturally, it must the yoga must involve Shukra. So you look at the horoscope. Shukra is with Sun and is in the 8th house. And how come he's in the cine field with somebody having Shukra? Sushmita Sen, you saw Shukra was debilitated. A Miss Universe, Miss India in the cine field with Shukra Nicha. Because it was debilitated Shukra. Yeah, again, you can see what is an ordinary Shukra will not take a person to this height. It is only a Shukra in a Vipareeta status alone will take. I mean, I think your audio is weak.
No, I am letting you
Okay.
speak. Don't worry, sir.
Yeah,
I'm listening so carefully, na? Like
yeah, sure.
so many different charts you have got.
Yeah.
All these people, like they were my all favorite Saturday Night Fever and all that. So
Yes. I still remember.
those memories are still like
Yeah. I think even all the Bollywood people still copy his dancing. I think he was the person who started disco dancing.
yes.
He was the Saturday Night Fever. What's Staying Alive?
Staying alive.
Staying
Yeah.
Alive. Yes,
Yeah. Yes.
was my favorite in college.
Right.
Yeah, we'll move to the next one, ma'am. Okay, this is the sports. We move to the sport. It's covering every other field. Sports. See, just look at the horoscope at a glance. She's a 22 Grand Slam titles, 3 Olympic gold medalists, and top 10 for last 10 years in the tennis. You just look at the horoscope. Yes, the horoscope has basic yogas. Ninth lord in the ninth house, Rahu in the 11th house, 10th lord in the 10th house. That is there. But this can't give, you can see this in many people's horoscope. They are not top of their field. This is only because of the planets in the 12th house. You can see the planets in the 12th house, 6th lord Saturn, Badaka lord Jupiter, 8th lord Mars, all conjoined together in the 12th house. The plain Rajayogas are supporting her for a personal life, a general health, and all that. But then for her to sustain and give this phenomenal, this long success, it is because of the Vipreeta Rajyogas.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. We'll move to the next one, ma'am.
Yes.
This is a similar person in the same Wimbledon is.
Yes. Tennis.
Boris Becker. 6 Grand Slam titles, youngest winner of Wimbledon 1985. Again, you can see he has very strong basic Raja Yogas with Vipareeta Raja Yoga. You can see 10th Lord, Sun in the ascendant. You can see Lagna Lord, Mars is in the second house with the disposter in the 10th. You can see the 5th Lord Jupiter in the 10th, 9th Lord Moon in the 9th. This itself is a very strong Raja Yoga.
Correct.
What to say? But you see the how the horoscope is added with also Viparita Raja Yoga. 8th Lord in the 12th house with Ketu. So see, imagine 8th Lord. Then you can see Mercury, Venus. We already see one horoscope, same Virchik Lagna.
11,
The 12th Lord is debilitated and it's in 12th from itself. And both of them are in Parivartana.
Correct.
This Parivartana is involving a Viparita Raja Yoga. The same thing we saw with John Travolta also. Between 8th and 4th house, this is 11th and 12th houses. Usually 11th and 12th Parivartana is usually not good. It spoils the Parivartana. But here, because Shukra is in 12th from itself and Nietzsche, Shukra becomes extremely very strong.
Sushmita was having the same thing, right?
Yes, same Virchik Lagna, similar combination she had it.
Right.
Or you can have it as a textbook rule. When Mercury for a Scorpio Lagna in the 12th house produces yoga.
Acha.
And for Scorpio ascendant, Venus in the 11th house is generally not good for married life because it's Nietzsche. But 7th Lord in the 11th house, Nietzsche is bad. But 12th Lord in 12th from itself in 11th is a Viparita Raja Yoga.
Good one.
There will be some other gains from artistic fields.
Right.
Yeah, we'll go move to the next one. This is Don Bradman. I have both Don Bradman and Sunil Gavaskar. Both are Capricorn ascendants. You can see again he has basic yogas, Jupiter in the 5th house, and you can see both the yoga karakas for Capricorn ascendant is in the 9th house. Lagna Lord in Digbala in the 7th house. But you see the support Viparita Raja Yogas also added. Badaka Lord Mars is in the 6th house with Ketu. You see a debilitated planet in a Badaka house, Moon. Sun in the 8th house. Okay, so the 6th house, 8th house, and a Badaka house with other trinal houses also strong is made him one of the greatest cricket players of the world.
Players, yes.
I think him, Sachin Tendulkar, Sunil Gavaskar. We have later one, but this is the horoscope you can see. Basic horoscopes with Viparita Raja Yoga makes a person a world famous phenomenal personality. It is quite similar. You can see this in Sunil Gavaskar is also a Makara Lagna. A Makara Lagna personality. You can see the similar combination. You see the beauty. He has the 6th Lord and 8th Lord Sun in the 6th house.
Yes.
And he has some and Shukra, Jupiter, 12th Lord Jupiter debilitated.
Right.
is there. Then the yogas are supported. Here, Rahu in the third, Shukra in the seventh, Mars in the fifth, are all supportive yogas are there. But more important is basic Raja yogas existing in the chart with a powerful Vipreet Rajyoga. The 6, 8, 12 Badaka Lords, that is what makes them, what I say, a celebrity. Yeah, we'll move to the
So
next
here
one.
the Badaka Lord is Mars, right?
Yes, ma'am. Badaka Lord is Mars.
Mars is aspecting the Lagna Lord and Saturn is also aspecting. They have a mutual aspect on it.
Yes, yes, yes. That is maybe what I say. You can see Mars and Saturn mutual is what made him a sportsman. The grit and determination, the challenging spirit which he has.
Hmm.
Actually, Mars Saturn delicately placed can make a person very disturbed. But here you can see it is in fixed signs. Mars and Saturn as the fourth and Lagna Lord. What I say, Mars is in an earthy sign,
Correct.
aspecting Saturn from a fixed sign, fiery sign. He is a very patient person, very stable, stoic. What I say, found it very difficult to cope up in one-day cricket.
Right.
Two benefits aspecting the influencing the ascendant. He's actually, what I say, he's a very short person. I think he's hardly 5 feet. That is because of Lagna Lord and debilitated Platinum ascendant and Lagna Lord in the 8th house. But his success not with the basic yogas. It is very strong. Immediately what I see is the sixth house has 8th Lord and
And
6th
sixth
Lord
Lord to
conjoined.
get. Right.
That is the biggest conjoined. Rahu in the third is also another important factor. I've seen in sportsmen, it is many people think Mars is the person which gives them sports. It is Mercury which gives sports. Mars will be there for boxing, karate, fencing, those kind of sports, combative sports. But basic gaming, fun, thrill, adventure, which even the normal viewers, you can see it is only Mercury which is a very strong planet.
Right.
Yeah, we'll go to the next one. This is Brooke Shields.
Hollywood.
She was one of the most prettiest females of the world. She's 6 feet. You can immediately see, look at the horoscope, 5 planets in 8th house. Okay, so you can separately see she has wonderful basic Rajayogas. 5th Lord in the 5th house, Lagna Lord Shukra in the 9th with 10th Lord Moon. This is enough. And 11th house Mars. She's there. This is enough to tell she's good. Okay, she's a good. You can't call this yoga will give her normal success in life. She can be pretty, Moon Venus combination, but a world celebrity, a dream girl, at a sensation during her age. I think 80s she was a sensation, a heartthrob for many guys. The reason is 8th house. 8th house, Shukra's house, has all the Viparita Raja Yoga. You can see 12th Lord Mercury, Badaka Lord Sun, 6th Lord Jupiter added with Rahu together. So you can see not these planets which gave her the immense popularity. It is because of her ascendant is Shukra. You can see 8th house, the mystical, it is out of the world. What I say, some people say drop dead looks, no? This drop dead looks. Why? Because technically, some female has a drop dead looks. It is a 8th house phenomena.
Drop dead gorgeous.
Drop dead gorgeous. Why? Because it is not Lagna. It is not normal Chandra Shukra. It is 8th house which gives given the beauty. Then you look at them and have that feeling of drop dead gorgeous. So you can see Shukra
Change
house
with
getting.
Mercury.
Yes. So it is because Rishabha has become activated. So that kind of looks. It is given. This is very, very interesting horoscope. But a normal astrologer looking at 4 planets will write this horoscope of poor longevity or something like that. She's 56.
Right.
And nothing has happened. And a celebrity of a state she was. We'll move to the next one, ma'am. A similar one actress, Kareena Kapoor. At a glance, you can see 6th Lord Venus in the 8th house with Rahu. You can see the 8th Lord. You can see the combination. She is a celebrity for her looks, which is good. You can see again the same combination. Shukra and Moon in mutual aspect. And Shukra is the 6th lord, and Moon is the 8th lord with Rahu Kedu and in the 2-8 axis. So you can again see out of the world looks because it's involving the 8th house, Moon and Shukra in the 8th house. Then she is supported with the basic yogas also. You can see. And then you can see Mars. Mars is 12th lord in 12th from itself.
Yes.
Okay, and so you can see she has a lovely 9th house, Lagna lord, 9th lord, 10th lord, all combined together. She has a Dharma Karma Yoga, 9th and 10th lord conjoined together. Lagna lord in the 9th house, Jupiter. So this at the maximum she would have been a basic successful with these Raja Yogas, but the combination of Moon Venus in the 8th house has given her that immense famous for her looks. This is Devanand. Is Kumbha Lagna. You can see again this horoscope, 6th lord, 8th lord Mercury with Marga lord Sun in the 12th house.
12th lord in 8th house with Rahu.
12th lord Saturn in the 8th house with Rahu. Okay, he is a what is a Bollywood actor, Padma Bhushan, and is a Dada Saheb Balke Award winner. You can see again, he has some basic yogas. Shukra in the 10th house, Jupiter in the 9th house is quite strong. The Kendra Kona is strong, but the biggest support is the 8th lord, 6th lord, which has made the horoscope very, very strong.
Correct.
In fact, you can see this combination. Usually, a Mars Saturn combination is not good, but it's in here. It involves 8th house. Saturn is the 12th lord, and both are aspecting each other. We'll move to the next one. This is Manoj Kumar, Indian actor, producer, scriptwriter. He has a national hue to him. Okay, immediately see Marga Lord. This is a Dharma Kamya Yoga in the 8th house. The most important here is the Badaka Lord, Marga Lord, Kendra Dosha Lord, and Moon are a neutral aspect. Then this is a strong Lagna Lord is there. Here you just look at this combination. Usually a 6th lord in the 6th house or 8th lord in the 8th house will not constitute a big yoga. But here the 6th lord in the 6th and a 12th lord in the 12th, but in mutual aspect. It's changed the genre of the yoga. And this has with Rahu Kedu, this has gone to a very different level. So this is a very, very special yoga. Each I'm just giving a different type where you usually somebody has 6th lord on the 6th, 8th lord on the 8th, 12th lord on the 12th alone will not constitute a yoga. In the dasas, I've not seen them doing very well. But if the 6th and 8th are in mutual aspect or in a conjunction, then it is a different meaning. Okay, we'll move to the next one. This is another senior advocate, law minister, thrice MP, Ram Jethmalani. What is known for his most popular political cases or business case. Any of the controversial cases is there. The moment you look at the horoscope, you know, 4 planets sitting in Leo. All governmental case, he is the person who will appear. Okay, at the glance, you can see, yes, he has a Gajikeshwari Yoga in the 10th house. He's a lawyer, Jupiter in the 10th. He's made him a lawyer. The most prominent planets are Saturn and Jupiter. For an advocate, it is Saturn and Jupiter. Both are quite strong. You can see Lagna Lord, Saturn in the 9th with the 9th Lord. So this is a basic yoga, but he's what is a Indian lawyer, what is a Parasaran or Ram Jethmalani are the noted people. No, why? Because you can see the Badaka Lord Mars in the 8th Lord in the 8th with Rahu. This has, I think he's not married. We are looking at the horoscope, no? I'm not sure.
Even I'm not sure. So most
usually what I say, you look at the horoscope with Mars, Sun and Rahu, it would have given him short life. But here, it has become all of them are negative planets. A Badaka Lord, 8th Lord, and Rahu has given him. He's unmarried, I'm sure. The Shukra there, if he was married, it could have been very short-lived. I don't know the facts, but I can guess it from the horoscope. So you can see a good Raja Yoga horoscope accentuated very strongly with a very powerful Rajaga. He's a what I say advocate celebrity. One of the
Right.
top. I think he lived up till 95 years or something.
Yes.
With 3 planets in the 8th house, he lived up to late mid 90s. He lived up to.
Right.
This is another horoscope. Textbook Vipreet Rajyog horoscope, ma'am. Manmohan Singh. You can see what I say. Is a
12th Lord
person.
in
You can just look at it. You can see these combinations.
12
Uh,
and 8 hours.
12th Lord, 8th Lord, 6th Lord, all combined in 8th house. What more do you need? You can see all the combinations sitting in the 8th house. See, maybe, I will tell, see, he has Lagna Lord in the 9th, and there's a Dharma Karma Yoga in the 10th. So this must have given him maybe as an RBI governor. This is his horoscope. But his Vipareeta Rajyoga has made him twice 10 years at 10 years non-stop. What is he? He was undefeated. In fact, the third election, he did not stand. He was not the PM contender. What I say? This is because of his 6th, 8th, 12th Lord, all gone very beautifully gone. Rahu, the third house, is also very good. Looks like every planet in this horoscope is very good.
Opinion. Right.
This is my best horoscope. Anybody wants to? I should have put this first, but then I
Mhm.
wanted to keep the best in the last.
Correct, sir. This
6, 8,
is
6, 8, 12 lords
12.
together in the 8th house. And
Right.
he is the prime minister for 2
Of
terms.
August. 2
Yeah,
terms. Right.
yeah. This is the last horoscope, ma'am.
Yes.
This is different horoscope. He was like a dictator. He just have some basic. He was assassinated. 10th house Jupiter and Mercury in the 7th house is okay. But then you look at the Scorpio. Everybody is scared of the Scorpio phenomena. This happened. 6th Lord in the 6th, 8th Lord in the 6th, 12th Lord. The same thing, similar to Manmohan Singh. 6, 8, 12 Lords with Rahu Ketu combined.
Okay.
Made him the president. He was ruling between 71 and 73, 73 and 77. But
Correct.
his Lagna Lord is in a Margasthana. You can see. And Jupiter here, though in the 10th house, it is again a Marga. Kendra Dosha activated. And the same combination is 7th from the moon. So he made him the president, made him a dictator, a fearful dictator, but he had to be assassinated. So this, I've covered 20 horoscopes.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. This is the best thing about you. You take charge of every genre and bring them in front of us. These
Sure.
ideas don't come in front of us. A wonderful Vipreet Raj Yoga session,
Uh,
and thank you very much. I
oh,
think the same thing will be continued in our remedy session. You will bring lots and lots of new things which we don't know,
sure,
which
sure,
is going to
definitely.
happen on Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
People can join. I have already given the links on Facebook and YouTube also. So, sir, thank you very much.
Sure, ma'am.
There is also an intermediate astrology course going to be started on the same day, Saturday, by Dinesh Yadav, sir. So all those people interested can message me or just go and join from that way. Thank you, sir. Thank you very
Thank you, ma'am.
much.
Thank you.